you in the middle of change? Are you in a time in your life where you're starting over? I know how that feels. Sometimes I started over because I wanted to, and sometimes I started over because I had to. I was forced to. And something that I learned over the years is that if you do not move, you will be moved. I don't know what you believe in. You can call it God, source, universe, serendipity, whatever the thing is. But sometimes it will make you move if you don't move. When things are not fitting anymore, other situations will happen to make you make a decision. Now, there's a difference between fate and destiny. They say that destiny is options. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but if you do something, it will then create an effect. There will be a result from it. But you have options to choose. It just depends on what you choose will give you a result. Fate, though, is it's fated. It's going to happen. So something is fated. So let's just say what is fated is that it's going to rain tomorrow. My decision or my destiny would be determined off of if I take an umbrella, if I wear a poncho, or if I don't take anything. And my destiny is I'm going to get wet. I'm not going to get wet. Or I might get a little bit of wet, but my hair will be fine. Whatever the thing is. So that's the difference. The thing is, too, is we cannot be victims anymore. We cannot say that life is happening to us and we're victims and we have no control over it and why is this happening? We can't get stuck in that mentality. If you take responsibility, now there's a book called Extreme Ownership. Now, it's extreme, it's saying you're taking responsibility for everything. But once you take responsibility and take things in your hand, then you can decide. Then you are creator. We co-create. So if you believe that we co-create in this world, you're no longer a victim. You take responsibility. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to look at yourself. And sometimes that's not fun and it's not easy. You can stay stuck in blaming yourself and shaming yourself. And I should have done that and I shouldn't have done that. Woulds, coulds, shoulds, all these things. And we need to look at that. And it may take going through different therapies, different modalities of therapies to process that information. And it's in our body. It's stored in our body. Your body holds the memory. It's stored in the tissues in our body. It's stored in the chi, the energetic resonance in our body. We can have blockages. It could breed disease. It could breed sickness. Different things like that. So there's work to be done, that inner work to be done. And I talk about that on this channel, so go ahead and subscribe if you're new here. But one, we cannot no longer be the victim and hold all those things because you can't release it if you do not name it and acknowledge it. So you have to name the things and acknowledge it. Acknowledge your ownership of it. Acknowledge your place in it. Okay, they always say, there's 3 sides to a story. Yours, theirs, and the truth. Acknowledge what part you had to play. Acknowledge your complacency or complicity to it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then we take responsibility. We need to process that information. We need to deal with it. Journal, set therapy, move your body, TRE, EMDR. These are different modalities that you can use. We release it out of the body through different ways. And this is a journey and that's a process and it takes time. Give yourself time. Realistically, something like that to process out of your body. I mean, you got to think, how long were you in certain situations? How long have you held onto this trauma most of your life? And depending on your age, that's a long time, a few decades. Okay. It's going to take some time to process out of your body. You're not just going to automatically be okay. We do different things to make ourselves feel better in the moment because we want these feelings. We're chasing these feelings. And we want to feel better in the moment. So we use substances. We do certain acts that we think will make us feel better. And then we wake up the next day and it's like, why did I do that? We don't feel good. Or we've lost ourselves. We're trying to now find ourselves. We're trying to figure it out. We want to do that healing. So there is a process. And I think realistically, we can say it's a good 2 years before you can start to get to another side to where it becomes more natural. And it's easier to do that healing work. But in that in between, it's going to take work. And part of that, you do need to go inward. And part of that is you need to not involve others in that work. That's something that you do. And it takes time, effort, and energy. And excuse my belly, I don't know if you can hear that. But this is the reality of it. I don't want to sugarcoat things for you. I don't want to say, hey, just go ahead and do this and you'll be great. Do some shadow work, journal real quick, and you'll be fine in a couple months. You can go jump to the next thing. It's not true. Enlightenment is not some just spiritual journey. It's supposed to be great and awakening and this and that and la la la, and you're going to feel great and love and light and all this stuff. That's temporary. You will have moments of that. It's beautiful. It's great. But reality, true real life, living in this world that we are in right now, in this matrix, it's the real world. You have people around you. You have some people that are relying on you. You have a job to go to. You have bills to pay. So that stuff's great. But what about reality? You got to come back to it. Then what? What about when it hits you and you're feeling these emotions, you don't know what to do? That's that journey, that process, because you need to learn what to do. You need to process out that information. Like I said, out of not just your mind and your emotions and your heart, and not just talking about it, but out of your body, out of the tissue in your body, out of the energy, your energetic field around you. Because we do. The youngins say aura nowadays, and it's true. We have an aura. That's this energy that resonates from your body. And if your mind and your heart are not in alignment, and your soul is not in alignment, people can feel that. You know that. So we come back to alignment. We come back to center. But it takes an inner journey, inner work. I just wrote my book, The Way of the Seeker. Check it out, bornvital.com/seeker. It's that in between. It's that journey, that personal journey that we go on, going from our old version to a new version, going from where we are now, feeling lost, stuck, no longer fitting to this box, the American dream, this thing you thought you were supposed to do and you did it, and now you don't feel fulfilled. You don't even know who you are, what you're doing, to get to who you truly are. So you can feel fulfillment, whatever that is for you. You feel successful because you are pursuing the things that are fulfilling to you. You're not having this dead-end job. It's not even security anymore. These jobs aren't security. You don't even know. This life is changing. Our system and everything, society is changing. So it's going into a new. So who are we? We get to decide that and choose that, but you don't want to rush into it. Now, I'm all about change because it's inevitable, and the fact that you should not be afraid to change. It will be uncomfortable. People will judge you. You will feel alone sometimes. It is, again, a journey and a process. But it is rewarding and fulfilling in the end because you are coming into alignment with who you truly are. Do you want to go through another decade, 2 decades, however long, being and doing things that are not fulfilling to you? This is your life. This is your life. What are you doing with it? Who are you allowing to control that? Whose story are you following? You choose what you want to believe. Now, it takes reprogramming of the mind. And again, that is a process. And I talk about it on my channel. Again, subscribe if you're new here. It takes a reprogramming of your mind to change your beliefs, to then change your habits, to then stand 10 toes down and commit and decide and be devoted to what it is you believe in this new version of yourself. Because otherwise you're going to just float. You're going to go to the next day. You don't know what to do. Anybody that says anything is going to make you go here or there and do it to appease them and to not feel alone and not be the outcast and all this other stuff and all these unknowns and da. But if you know and hear, and you have to constantly come back to alignment. That's grounding. That's, journal, like doing these things that you learn over the process. It's life. But you need to do the foundational work first. What is it that you truly value? What is it that you want to experience in life? What does that even look like? Or just what does that feel like? What is it that you really truly want to feel? Because we look at these things and we say we want them, but what we want is the feelings that come with them. And then we also need to experience, because sometimes when we experience it, we find out, I didn't think about the fact that when I go to this place in another country to be a nomad and all this, that there's going to be insects. There's going to be neighbors. There's going to be a cultural change. I'm not going to have all the resources that I have right now. It's going to be different. So it looks great, but when you're actually there, it's hot. You're feeling musty and sticky. You can't bring all the clothes with you. The plugs are different. Do they even have plugs? Like, there's different things to it. This is on any level. We want the life of luxury and the money and the cars. Well, there's maintenance on the cars. Is that car even comfortable and functional with what you have now, your lifestyle? Like, there are different aspects. We want that business. We want that online business. We want to be an entrepreneur and all this other stuff. But do you understand that there's a back end of things? There's reconciling your books. There's taxes. There's shipping. There's tariffs, importing, exporting. There's the long nights. There's customer service. Like, there's different aspects that we think we want this, but until we experience it, we don't realize that we just wanted the feeling. We wanted that freedom. We wanted to feel aligned. We wanted to feel connected with ourselves, to fully be authentically ourselves and enjoy life and be in that embodiment. But until you come back to alignment and to center who you truly are and what you truly desire, and instead, you're looking at everybody else and all this other stuff, until you come back to there, you won't know. Until you release the old, until you make space and increase your capacity to hold the new, you won't be able to hold it. You won't be able to keep it for long. And then you're gonna have to go on the journey again. And it's life. It's a cycle, and it will happen in different stages and levels. But it's all to make you grow. It's all to come back to a remembrance of who you truly are. And right now, we're seeking who that is and what that is, because everything's a lie. We don't know. So we're trying to figure that out, or we've been told something and we've lived that way for so long. Now, what is it? How do I want to live life? What do I want my life to be like? You get to choose this. Okay? But we do things, we try things, we experiment, but you have to do the inner work, the deep inner work, if you truly want to experience life on this level. And it's a journey. I share about it in my book, The Way of the Seeker, right here. I am covering the cost to get it printed for you all until February 1st. I'm going to cover the cost to get it printed. You just pay the cost of shipping. If you are in the United States, it's very cheap. It's very cheap. I think it's like $7.95 or something like that for shipping. So I'm covering the cost of the book to get it printed. After February 1st, it goes to retail price. So you want to get it before then, I will cover the cost for you and get this book to you. You get the paperback version. Okay, if you want the hardback, it is on Amazon. I don't want to use Amazon because of all the fees and everything. It's Amazon. And so I'm selling it on my website, bornvital.com. You can find this there. And this is where I talk about the middle, the in-between, the passageways to getting from where you are to where you want to be, to getting to the remembrance of who you truly are, so that your soul can expand. We have more capacity. We can experience life on a different level. We have more fulfillment in life. You get to decide that. But again, that takes a reprogramming of your mind, which would mean you have a new belief system, a new perspective on life. And again, that's a process. It's a journey that you go on. So you have to be willing and wanting to do that. And I call people that do that seekers. Just like me, you question things. You're no longer settling for what was or what you're told to do. And it's a growth mindset. It's, I want to see what else is out there. I want to feel it. I want to experience it. It is possible. If you've heard about quantum leaping, things like that, jumping timelines, this is a version of understanding and having the awareness. And when you're feeling that call, what do you do to start? Because it is possible. They call it the observation effect, basically. And so when you observe something, it opens up the possibilities. This is on quantum physics. And so once our perspective and belief has been adjusted and changed and has opened up, and the possibilities then open up, and then we can choose more. We have more pathways to choose. And then we decide. But the thing about it is, you get to continuously decide. You get to wake up every day and decide. So if you're starting to go in a direction, you're like, whoa, I don't know about this. You can stop and choose to go in a different direction. That used to be a hang up for me. It was a subconscious belief, a limiting belief. And sometimes we have these, we don't even know we have it, but that's part of the work, is to uncover these things. And it was one I used to admire, like people who could believe so hard and deeply on what it was that they believed and truly believed it, but I couldn't, because I didn't believe what these people believed. So it was very hard for me. I was like, how do you do that? How can somebody even do that? I had to go on a journey myself to figure out what it is that I truly believe. I have my own creed. I have my own, mission, okay? Manifesto, if you will. It's what I want to manifest as well. So that opens up the possibilities of this in the timeline that I'm in. And obviously you're joining me right now, so you're in one of my timelines. This is one of my newest creeds that I have. This is based around my business. It's called Born Vital, because I truly believe that we are born innately with a lot of things, but we are taught and conditioned and stuck into boxes, and it suppresses us and condenses everything down, but we have so much inside of us. And it's not just us. I do believe in God. I believe in source, whatever you want to call it. Okay, a creator, a collective consciousness, all of that type of a thing. Anyway, this is what I base my business off of right now, and that's why I create this content as well. So I'm going to give you a little bit about this. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you for joining me. But it says that we at Born Vital are whole, capable, and inherently powerful. What most people experience as fear, burnout, and confusion is not failure. It's a signal that the old identity, this old system, and old story has expired. We are living through a collective expansion right now, if you didn't know. And the structures that once shaped us can no longer contain us. This is that soul expansion. My work exists to help people stay regulated, grounded, and sovereign as they shed what no longer fits them. Okay, the sovereignty is being your own authentic, true self, having that freedom. And as you step into what is emerging, not by escaping from reality, but by meeting it fully, watching the unfolding happen. We do this so that we are not forced back into the old cycles, so we're not suppressed by outdated systems or disconnected from who we truly are, that inner sovereignty. This is not about becoming someone new. It is about expanding into what was already there. It's already there. It's about a remembering. And that call, that pull you feel, reason why you're making these changes in your life is because you know that something else is there. There's more to this. It is a call, it is a pull. Again, I talk about this in my book. Go ahead and check it out, bornvital.com. Don't ignore it. Continue to seek. Don't get stuck with all this information. Okay, start to do the inner work. I would suggest journaling, getting outside and get some sunlight if you can, or vitamin D right now during the winter. If it wasn't so cold, putting your feet on the ground, I have a grounding mat. There's grounding sheets. Okay, this will help regulate your nervous system. So get good sleep. Express yourself if you need to express. Try to clear some of those blockages. Going through therapy, different types of therapy. Like I said, not just talk therapy, but EMDR. Okay, there's different ways to do things. So start to look into that. We don't want to look at the emotions that we're feeling and stay stuck on these identities of whatever we're classifying, these labels that we have on whatever the things are. How do we heal? How do we get away from that? How do we figure out how to use that? What is it that has been causing those things? Get to the root cause. Because sometimes it's not like your mind. I mean, it's been over time built up. So yeah, we have chemical reactions and our body feels things, and then we interpret it in a certain way. And so our interpretations are limited by what we believe in our vocabulary and our understanding. And so we need to do things to expand that so that we can understand it more. And then we also get to the root cause of things where the blockages have been. If we ate like crap most of our life, our gut is destroyed. So we start to work on our gut health as we're processing this information out, as we're getting therapy and journaling and moving our bodies as much as we can. It doesn't mean you need to work out, especially if you're just starting out. You need to clean. That's movement. Get up, shower, open the blinds, let the light in, put some music on, and clean. When your physical environment feels better, then your internal environment can start to feel better. It's temporary, but that does help. And that gives you a jump start. So these are things that you can do. This, if you didn't know what this is, that's my essential oils right there. I forgot I had that in there, but I was just thinking about it because these are tools that I use as well. That signals to my brain certain things that I've trained myself on. Again, my book that has tools in it. This shows you different tools that you can use, different actionable steps to help you through the in-between. All right. So again, thank you for sticking around with me. I really do appreciate it. You can be anywhere in the world right now. You can be watching anything, but you're watching this right now. And I truly do believe that you doing that right now, well, it's one of the start of great things, because I know what it is. I truly believe in this. Obviously, like, this is what I do. It's a lifestyle. I want to share it, and there's some great things coming up. So if you're watching this right now, you stick around. You will be first to experience some things that no one else has experienced before or has seen before. And I know there's a lot going on in the world, but keep your head up, stay strong. We are capable. If you start to work inward, we can help others outwardly as well, especially if you don't really know what to do right now. If you can get out, boots on the ground type of thing, that's great. But otherwise, we still need to work inward on ourselves so we can still show up and be capable and do these things. So a little bit at a time, don't overwhelm yourself, start small, and then we will continue to move forward on this journey together. So stick around with me because I share my journey as well on here and on social media. So go ahead and check me out, Alchemy Mentor, on all social media. And hopefully, you're going to be watching some of the other ones. I'll see you in the comments as well. And before I go, I like to do this now because it helps me, and I know it will help others out there. Do it with me. Don't just watch, do it. Just takes a couple seconds, okay? We're going to breathe in through our nose. Hold. And then we breathe out as if you're blowing through a straw or blowing out a candle. Slowly. We've released everything. And now we have reset. We can choose what we want to do next. You can keep scrolling. You can get up and do something. That is up to you. But you have done something for your future self. So you should be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a high five, or give me a high five right now. Hey. All right, y'all. Continue to shine on. Continue to take care of yourself. You're doing great, especially if you're watching this. You're doing the work right now. It's a part of the journey. Don't rush it. You're not behind. You're right on time. Trust. Believe it. What you believe, what you perceive, wherever your attention is. Okay? Where attention goes, grows. So understand that you get to decide that. You are a co-creator. We're going to create some great things here. So thank you for joining me. All right, y'all. Take care.